Right, exciting young Lions fly-half Jordan Hendrikse is back and stronger than ever after recovering from his first major injury where he fractured his ankle at the United Rugby Championship last year. Now, he was a welcome boost to a struggling Lions team who lost a few matches in their local URC derbies. Hendrikse made his comeback in early February, coming on as a substitute against the Stormers. And since then, the Lions have bolstered their ranks by including players with URC experience for today's Currie Cup clash against the Cheetahs in Bloemfontein. We're going to pause the Currie Cup and we're going to stick to the URC, and we are joined by Jordan Hendrikse himself to chat a bit about that. Jordan, good morning to you. Thank you so much for your time. I quickly want to touch on that injury of yours because, you know, fractures don't sometimes heal easily. It sometimes does take quite a while. So now that you're playing again, how have things been with you being back in the game? How's the injury healing?
Firstly, good morning. Things have been tough, since the day of my injury and, returning from injury in terms of being mentally strong upstairs, because sometimes you get tested, if you will be your same self again in terms of injury. But other than that, it's been mentally tough, battling through a couple of injuries after that as well. But so far, things are 100% and they're back to normal.
Jordan, it's funny that you should say it's been mentally tough because just before you, I had a guest that we spoke to regarding some of the mental issues that youngsters face when they are playing sports. I am quite interested to know if there are facilities that are made available to you. I mean, especially as a booming youngster in the sport at the level at which you are playing, to ensure that you guys get assistance when it comes to your mental concerns as well.
There is facilities. My players allows facilities for players to speak to certain psychologists in terms of their problems and, being in a good mental space. The agencies as well allow that. The agencies allow that as well. My agency, Rock Nation, always being there as a family, allowing me the platform to speak and to speak about my problems and assist where they can.
So talk to me about the URC before I touch on the Lions. I mean, I have already mentioned that you are quite young. What has the experience been like for you? Has it been what you thought it would be? Has it been what you have expected or slightly different?
The experience has been totally different, coming out of school, you don't know actually what to expect, and that was my reality check to make a mature step up in life in terms of, just after school, being thrown into the deep ends of, playing senior rugby, because normally for a professional, it would take a couple of years to get into that system. Getting into that system at the age of 19 years was tough, especially against the Northern Hemisphere teams where it's more, structured games compared to, the Super Rugby before.
Any ambitions to play for the Springboks?
Definitely, that's one of the ambitions I've had as a young boy. So it's definitely something I'm working towards.
Now, speaking about being young as well, I stand to be corrected, but I think this year you do turn 21. You've done now your stint at the URC. I mean, you're still there. But what goals have you set out for yourself in terms of your rugby career? I mean, you did say you do want to play for the Springboks, and I do hear you when you say you do struggle also with some of the mental issues. But putting those aside and all the pressure that comes with being a professional athlete, what are some of the things that you want to achieve when you turn 21?
Firstly, one of them would be being consistent in, being consistent in your game, in your life. And another thing as well is being happy, being in a good space, and a good environment for you to go as a player. Another thing as well for me is definitely my studies, continuing that and, getting my degree in the next 2-3 years.
Very quickly, before we go, please, Jordan, we have run out of time. The Lions have not really had a good run at the URC. So what are the team's plans to turn things around?
We are a very young side. So things are we in a stage where we, go into a patch, but it's just a matter of staying consistent and believing in the system that will take us forward in the next year or two. I fairly believe that every side has their dip, but we'll definitely be back, and it's just a matter of us focusing on the smaller things, and the bigger picture will, be in the next year or two.
Jordan, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for your time. And we really do wish you all of the best with your booming career. That is Lions fly half Jordan Hendrikse.